It's tabletop time. I'm Murray.
I'm Jen.
I'm Jazza.
And I'm Dave, the GM for today, and I have a coffee now, which means I'm ready for some more action. We've been having a lot of fun. This is episode 3 of our little D&D adventure. I really hope you're enjoying it.
I'm really enjoying it. I'm biased, but this is very fun.
Yeah.
It's my first time playing multi-episodes with proper, like full-on characters and terrain and tiles and stuff. It's really cool.
This is a lot closer to my experience, my many years of experience running D&D games, because Cogent has been a fantastic experience, but this is D&D.
We
this is where I
killed
learned.
this one in the last episode, and it's horrific.
So gross.
Oh, yeah.
So gross. Look at those skin folds and the nipples. It's a lot, and it's fun. I love it so much.
And these tiles are awesome. These actually were in the Stinky Sewer pack. It was one of the months from Loot, which had the same as the rats. They come from the same pack. So, love it.
Yeah, check it out. Love it.
They look great.
We need more tiles and more time and funding and physical space to do more of this and bigger. But I'm pretty confident that will all happen. It will be most possible without the support of our patrons. So
yes.
Go check out our Patreon, because that is actually how anything like this and beyond is possible. We really appreciate our patrons. But it's also time to leap into the magic of the game.
Okay, well, we've just finished a short combat encounter. The Wererat that you encountered actually disappeared. It made a stealth check, and you have no idea where it is. So we have our players, Jen, who is playing Hops, Murray, who is playing Morena, and Jazza, who is playing Rusty, who are all venturing into the sewer to find some, fame, gold, glory. Is that accurate?
And rats.
Yep.
And rats.
Yep.
And here you are, you've just turned off the pipe trap. The horrible poison has dissipated from the room, and you are now free to enter it and explore. But the door behind you sealed shut after Morena stood on a pressure plate and triggered it.
I'm going to sort of elegantly dust myself off after all that, as if dusting will remove poison gas. But I'm going to sort of regain my composure a little bit and say that, well now, I think I have successfully and selflessly helped the two of you. Now, if you would be so kind, someone else can lead the way.
You have indeed. Well done, then.
Yes, wasn't
Hops,
enough
why
of a
don't-
spell.
Why don't you do the honor, Hops? You have better sight in the dark than I, anyway.
I imagine it's been past a minute, right? Since we last...
No, it's still within that minute.
Okay,
You're
so
a giant.
Hops is still large.
You can push yourself out of that
I
corridor.
will, shimmy myself out of the little well.
Make way!
So Hops is currently basically under the effects of the enlarge spell. So you are filling a 10-foot space. You're a large
I
creature
am a
currently.
large creature, that is true. So, I'm going to go over to the pipes, and with my awesome dark vision, how far out can I see anything further out?
So you head up to the pipes?
Yep.
Directly ahead of you, you see that this just disappears, almost like a sewage waste treatment pond. It just goes on and on, like a lake of gross filth water. But to your left, the pipe heads down into a tunnel.
Okay.
The pipe, the sewer, runs down into a tunnel.
Oh, I think maybe we should go left. I think that way is too smelly.
I agree. We gaze ahead to squinting in the darkness to adjust my eyes to sort of see what's lying ahead.
Okay, so I put Hop. It's only a minute. I'm going to say probably functionally. Do you spend any time searching this room, or do you just roll straight through?
No, look, I think that because I have advantage at the moment while I'm still large, I want to start rummaging through some of these pipes and see if I can find anything in them. Maybe start breaking some of them apart.
Make a strength check.
Okay. So 17 and a critical fail, so I'll take the 17. Plus 6.
Plus 6, so 23. You start rummaging in the pipes and don't find anything immediately, and then eventually, as you described, you break one of the pipes.
Yeah.
So you just and you hear this horrible sound of like metal straining, and then a rivet pings off and shoots and bounces across the room. And then there's a crack that peels up the side of the pipe, like if people twist an aluminium can and tear it open. It just starts to peel open. and a sharp jet of green gas starts to spray out of the pipe. Because, of course, you closed a valve on these pipes to stop a poison gas escaping you. You've now just opened them up again.
Hops, what were you hoping to find in there if not the poisonous gas that filled the room moments ago?
Gold? I kind of try and see if I can.
And at
push
this
it
point,
Pat it back.
you shrink back to
Oh,
your
no.
normal size, almost as if the shame diminished you. It is it's like a little, like a pop hole in a hose pipe. So it's going to take a long time to fill the room. It's not like a gaping open valve. But you do know that this room is now no longer safe to stay in long term.
Left. Let's go left. This way. We go this way. Over here.
All right.
Yep. Let's go.
And you stand on the precipice of some more sewer canal, and as you look forward, it just extends onwards and to the edge of your dark vision.
Okay.
To get in there is a very narrow, perhaps half a foot, so like 6 inches on either side, bit of stonework. Otherwise, it is a semicircular tunnel which you have to stoop to crawl into, with the sewage lake in the middle.
Embrace the poop, Hops. If you're on this adventure, you're in the grit of it. After all, this is what you asked your loving wife to leave home for.
Yeah. I suppose.
I'm going to walk up to the side while they're staring at it and say, I don't suppose that either of you brought a gondola with you.
Not one that can traverse poop.
Wise words have never been said.
Hops is going to try and walk along the side, but he knows he's probably going to fall in.
Make an acrobatics check.
Okay. That is a 16.
With a
flat.
16, Hops is managing. Hops is actually stooped up and over and bracing against the roof and sidestepping along as you slowly proceed further.
Hops hums to himself later.
Who's going next?
I'll follow behind.
Do you also attempt to slink along the edge?
Yeah, I will.
Make an acrobatics check.
Shall do. 30. That's +4, so
You deftly
17.
also follow along on the ledge. And Marina?
Yes. Of all the bloody methods. 16.
And Marina also. You're all shuffling deftly
No
along the
poopy
side.
feet for us. Woo!
Thankfully, there hasn't been much action down this tunnel lately, and it hasn't overflowed. So there's not any wet grime on the sides, and you're able to walk down fairly effectively. And with that, let's get a change of scenery. And the group of you continue to sort of press yourselves against the wall until you reach the center. Now, I'm going to get Marina to make an Arcana check.
Okay.
You pass further into the room.
That is a 16.
You pass through, well, you don't sense or feel anything, but then at a certain point you see this shimmer of magic just activate as you walk through and just press further in, as if you've stepped through and triggered something magically.
Okay. Ha! It would appear it's your turn to trigger the trap.
And from behind you, you hear the sound of metal scraping against stone.
Like a gate closing?
Similar,
Or something, say, approaching us.
more like a gate closing.
Okay.
And as you turn around and have a look, the metal vertical bars that cover the pipe works, you see that they have just descended from the roof the way you've just come through and closed off your path of escape, but also forward. You see here, just off the edge of our map, another set also closed down in front of you. Mm-hmm. And you hear more sound of metal from up this pipe too.
Oh, I guess we're going right.
I feel like we're being guided by a nefarious hand.
Or herded.
And
Well, there we are as animal as human, I suppose, in this group.
Hop, you reached the corner.
Yep.
What do you do?
So Hop wants to make it over here, obviously. We're here. But there's no wooden beam this time.
And not enough room to jump.
He's gonna he's gonna put his leg out, his big bare leg, and try to just get over to the other side. He's gonna end up in the middle.
As he's tepidly touching the water. I'm like, come on now, loosen up, and I slap him on the back.
Make an acrobatics check.
I'm trying to do it in like one step. Get 1 foot dirty.
Yeah, 13.
A 13. You land with your other leg on the other side because you're so tall, but you're like now doing the splits and you're wobbling because you just got slapped on the back over the center of the water.
I attempt to pull my other leg and then brace myself against the wall.
Don't fall. It will take positively years to get everything out of your fur.
If you ever needed a toilet break, I'd say now is the time.
Make another dexterity acrobatics.
No, whatever.
Actually, dex saving throw.
Okay. That was a 2. Yep, that is 2.
Hop falls straight down and is submerged in the filth. Roll initiative, everyone.
You've disturbed the poo monsters.
I'm literally Pooh Bear.
For God's sake.
It was gonna happen. It had to happen.
Delightfully not paying attention, Marina. What did you get?
Natural one.
Oh my god.
Again!
How many Pokemon packs is that?
2 in the session.
Okay. What did you get, Hops?
I got a 13.
And Rusty?
5.
Alright, and starting our initiative track is...
Your impending death.
Rusty! We have a juicy
Poo.
22 verse AC.
Ew.
Ooh, that is juicy. 16, so
That's a hit.
that's a hit.
And you take 7 piercing damage as from the water, that humanoid rat that you'd seen just bursts forth and drives a sword straight into the leg, like against your leg. It cuts deep into your thigh, but obviously you've got plenty of health, so it's not going to diminish you too much. And then follows up with a gnashing bite. And it had complete surprise against you, so this round it has advantage. So 14 versus AC on the bite is going to miss. As the Wererat bursts up next to you.
What's the total damage?
You took 7 damage.
7. Total?
Yep.
Okay,
It
cool.
missed on the second attack.
All right, I'm on 29. Does my original targeting thing apply? Do I have to reapply that?
You reapply it, but it's only a bonus action.
Yeah, cool.
Oh no, it lasts until you rest. So that particular ability. So you still have it on him. And Rusty is not up next, but it is actually Hops.
Oh, great. Am I prone currently in the water?
You are prone in the water.
Yeah, I'd like to get up.
Yep, that only takes half your movement. The cascade of filth just torrents off Hops.
And I will move closer to the rat man. I'll just stay in the water, obviously, because I'm already filthy.
There is the insane sound of rats pouring in from every direction. All these sewer grates that shut, you literally can see along the edges, there are rats pouring in from every one of these channels towards you.
Okay, in that case,
In fact, to this extent.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
Good
Egad.
lord.
Okay.
It's a family reunion!
So, feeling kind of down in the dumps.
A dump.
So,
Because poo.
Hops pulls out what you guys probably perceive to be like this mug, but it looks awful. Like it just looks really, really weird. And then you kind of realize that it's been made probably by a child. And Hops holds onto it really closely, and it turns into a fire rune. So, which gives me proficiency bonus for any ability checks with the tool.
So I'll say that as you hold this mug, the
Sure.
mug itself won't transform.
No.
But as you hold this mug and Hops' fingers sort of peel apart on the
Is it-
side of the mug.
It's like a really crappy child's craft project.
Yes.
Yep.
You see the like enamel paint, like badly drawn picture on the side of it of like the stick figure bear holding onto the little stick figure ignites in fire and the rune activates on this piece of earthenware made by a child.
Yep. And I think is that
Rune
an
of
action?
fire.
It's an action, do you know?
I have no idea.
No.
It's not my class, my friend.
No, that's okay. Well,
If I haven't played it, it's new to me. I've been playing too much Kojin lately. I've forgotten how to D&D.
Alrighty, so with my fire rune, I grab the mug and I put it on the end of my bear claw and have the axe in the other hand. With my other bit of movement, I want to try and charge up to this rat
So
man.
you're in difficult terrain, so every step is going to be doubled. So you have 15 foot of movement left, but you can get to the rat.
And I'd like to do a big chop.
Make an attack roll.
Great. Oh no, 5 plus 6.
11. You swing with anger and violence and intent, but as it lifts up, some like disgusting solidified lump of something hangs on the end of your axe and just completely throws your swing off, and you miss at the last minute. It's like a lump of something congealed together like toilet paper style, like big reefs of this sort of detritus. And you miss. Next up, rats.
Rats.
9.
The rats swarm over and enter your space and your space. And they attack against Rusty and get a 18 versus AC.
That is a hit.
And Rusty takes 8 piercing damage.
Oof.
And then against Hops,
Yep.
a 21 versus AC.
Yeah, that hits.
And you take 8 piercing damage.
Yep, but I have a feat and heavy armor master, so it gets reduced by 3.
Nice, so you only take 5 damage, being a tank. Very
Yep.
good. Swarms of rats surrounding, and they're crawling in between. Rusty actually has them crawling in between the plates of the studded leather and like gnawing at the joints in between. There are so many rats. It's just this place is just a huge. The sound of their screeches fills the air as they descend on you. Madness in their eyes.
Hops, get the bag ready.
Oh my gosh! Well, Rusty, now's your chance to get revenge. It's your turn.
It's revenge time. I am going to. I have my Hunter's Mark thing on this.
You have Slayer's Prey
Slayer's Prey,
on the
that's
Wererat.
one.
Yep.
I actually want to double that up.
Okay.
And I want to apply the Hunter's Mark as well.
You cast Hunter's Mark.
Cool. And then I just...
So you mark off that you've cast a spell.
Okay.
And you mark it out as the target of your prey using your bonus action. So now you will get an additional d6 to every damage you deal to the Wererat.
Beautiful.
What are you hitting it with?
Arrow, sorry.
Okay, so it's in melee range, so you have disadvantage on attack rolls with ranged weapons against targets you're in melee with.
Okay.
Because they're crawling all over you.
What does disadvantage mean?
Means you roll 2 dice and pick the lowest.
Okay, that was 17.
Oof.
3.
So it's 3 plus 8
Yep.
is 11. Right as you pull back, you're kind of half drawn on the bow, and then just as you're like half drawn, a rat bites your finger, and you and like let go of it early, and your arrow just and sinks into the water with a splash next to the Wererat, and you miss.
Not retrieving that one.
Although, this is your first attack of this combat.
Yes.
So you had advantage. Advantage and disadvantage cancel each other out.
17.
But that was so cool the way I described it.
It was, but super quick, I grabbed the arrow in midair and re-knock it, biting the rat that bit me and spitting it on the ground and going again.
You still missed with the arrow, but you killed the rat you bit.
I shouldn't have remembered that.
You're the GM.
But do you think it's better to continue or just cut that bit out? Because it doesn't matter.
I reckon we're episode 3 and this is part of playing the game. I think sometimes you remember something and we've got to re-figure it out. So,
Okay.
you run the game. You tell us what...
Well, then we just take the 17 and you hit.
Okay.
So much
But
less.
exactly
Doesn't
what I
this feel so much
described
softer?
still had to
This
happen.
feels so lame compared to what we had.
Nah, because it's still... Because I still bit and spat the rat and caught me arrow and did the thing. Come
Okay.
on. Yeah, that
Sure.
happened. That's canon.
Okay.
Fan art, please.
No worries. You fire your arrow and you hit with the 17. That was the first roll.
Now I get to roll damage.
Yeah, so you roll a d8, a d6, and a d6.
Yay, can I borrow a d6, please?
Yes.
And I roll this...
Once.
Oh, no, yeah, because crits is a different thing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, that was the
That
worst
was-
possible
yeah.
roll.
That was bad. 5.
5 plus 4, so 9 damage, halved.
Poopy.
Yuck.
Well,
Poopy poop.
It's a lot of that.
kind of smells like it too.
Your arrow, despite all that heroism, it just like kind of scratches the thing's arm. And then it's Marina's turn.
All right. So they're all sharing a space. I am going to... I'm not... Ooh. Good. Not quite at that point yet. So what I am going to do is I'm going to cast Flaming Sphere.
Oh.
Just, let me see, that's too wide. Oh, actually,
So
there is no room for it. It has to be
in that space.
yeah, it
and
has
they're
to be in
that
an
space.
unoccupied space.
Okay.
I'm going to,
So is there nowhere you can put it that won't hurt friendlies?
yeah. The only place I can really place it is on the other side of Hops or in front of myself.
Right.
I'm not really into that sort of thing. So, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Earthbind on the Rat Man.
So it will bind him onto the ground. So
Yes.
saving throw.
Yes.
I rolled a crit.
Good or bad?
That means he passes his save.
Rude.
What does it do if I pass? Does it do anything?
Nope. It has no effect.
Okay, so magical energy lies out of the ground attempting to grab this rat, and just it too is like submerged in sludge, and the sludge just bubbles around, but the rat is not affected.
It deftly moves out of the
Ah,
way.
saving throw spells. And then we have the Wererat again. Cool.
Yay.
So the Wererat is going to attempt to slash its short sword out towards Hops, and then gnash his fangs back towards Rusty. So this is against Hops. I got a 9 versus AC, so it just misses completely.
Sorry, buddy.
And then a 22 versus AC
And that's an
with
ouchie.
its bite. And
Sorry, I'm taking all the hits, you guys. Don't worry, I got this.
its teeth gnash in, and it does 3 piercing damage. And then you must take a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Okay.
You
At
pass.
least I got
Cool, you
18.
don't have lycanthropy. That's good.
Oh, great, yeah.
But you do take your 3 damage, and then we go to Rusty. No, Hops' turn. Hops is up first.
Alrighty. I'm going to use my action surge in this round of combat.
Okay.
Which is an additional action. Because I really want to kill this thing. I heave my axe up for another time and I bring it back down.
So you're ignoring the
rats around
rat
me?
swarms?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
Cool. Make an attack roll.
17 plus 6.
You hit. Are you going to do anything else with this hit? Invoke your fire rune?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So an extra 2d6 fire damage.
Yep.
Can I see that?
Yes.
And then
So it's 2d6 and a d12.
it's a 3, a 4, and a
So
9.
It's a 6.
Six.
So you did 10 fire damage and 3 plus 4 for your mod. So 7 regular damage, which is rounded down. But then you did 10 fire damage. So your axe hits fairly weakly. The blade only just grazes the Wererat, but as it does, you invoke the rune. The child's mug glows brightly, and then a hot wave of fire blows down into the tip of the axe and just explodes forth onto the Wererat. And he has to take a saving throw.
Correct, yes.
He fails.
He's restrained for a minute.
So the magic just, these chains of fire start to stretch out from this wound and just bind it together and lash him down into the sewerage. And he is restrained, which means he can't move, and he has disadvantage on attacks, and you have advantage on attacks.
Rats off to you!
Is he drowning in poop?
No. He's not pulled to the ground, he's just like bound, and his movements are heavily restricted. Cool.
Well, that worked much better than my spell.
Yeah.
Action surge, do it again.
You have an action surge, yes.
Whoa.
However, you've used the fire rune now, you
That's
only
fine.
get that once.
You can just normally attack. 6 plus 6.
12. That hits. You have advantage because he's restrained.
14.
Yeah, you definitely hit. Your axe comes back with another swing.
And then the 12. And that's a crit. That's a 1.
So 5 damage.
Yep,
Round it
correct.
down.
So chop him up a bit more.
Axe again barely hits him as it scrapes past. And then we have the rats. The rats try and chomp you in a form of vengeance, scoring a 16 plus mod.
Yep.
They have +2, so 18
Yep, matches, so they win.
matches your AC, so that hits.
Yep.
And they do. They roll hot against the one with armor. 3 damage, which you subtract to 1. Oh, sorry, 4 damage. I can't read.
Oh,
4 damage.
Right, okay.
Which you subtract to 1.
Cool.
And then the other ones bite Rusty. 4, 6. Nothing.
Nothing.
Their teeth don't get through your armor this time.
Yes.
And then we go to Rusty.
With this bound rat clambering down before me,
Mm-hmm.
sort of starting to be pulled and covered in the sewage,
And fire.
And fire.
Yeah, he's on fire. The chains of fire came from your Pops' axe.
Yep.
Okay. Is he step-onable, but not obviously not without being caught on fire? Can I rest one, heavily leathered boot on a part of his body that isn't going to set me on flame, just to sort of like hold him in place like the vermin he is, and grab my dagger, flip it in my hands with style like I used to, lean in, and slit his throat.
All right, make an attack. You have advantage because he's restrained.
Okay, that's 2 rolls. That's an 11 and a 13.
So you definitely hit. Now, your Hunter's Mark. Does Hunter's Mark work in melee as well? All right, I had to check the rules as I have never in all my years played with a ranger, not that many people play rangers, that used Hunter's Mark and wasn't an archer.
Yeah.
So you do. It's any weapon attack, so you actually will get your D4 and 2D6.
Yeah! May
Nice.
I? Hopefully, they actually do something a little more this time. And they do.
Whoa!
6, that's 11, 12, 13, 14.
Plus Dex, because you have a dagger as a finesse
4.
weapon. So 18 damage.
Nice.
There is a sickening gurgling as you slit this Wererat's throat. How do you want to do this?
I want it to be fully severed and grab the head, grab it, and gently place it in the bag.
Oh!
That's got to be. I sort of call back to Hops. I'm like, surely that's a gold coin.
I raise my axe.
And as the thing is, as the head and the stump is just sort of slowly ejecting blood in this pulse of a heart that's still beating, the chains of fire hold it in place. So rather than collapsing like you'd expect, it's just bound there, this corpse just oozing blood in the lake water.
Delightful.
And then
the poop water.
Marina.
All right. I'm going to, having just watched this display, I'm impressed, pleasantly. So I'm going to help you out. I'm going to sort of bat a couple of rats off your shoulders, and then just rat and sort of grab into the heart of the mound that's trying to
The swarm, yeah.
climb up on you, and I'm going to poison spray it.
Okay, saving throw.
Yes.
12. What's the mod? What type of save?
It is a Constitution save.
11. So yeah, I rolled a 12, which would have passed, but it's neg 1 con, so it fails.
Yeah. Actually, the DC was 13.
Ah, okay, you're better than
Aha.
someone else's casting is only 12.
Cool.
All right, and you take D12 poison damage.
Oof.
10.
Oh, rats off to you. A whole... Oh, yeah, just reuse.
See, I was just going to say, I'm
It's
like,
a good line. It's
an
fine.
only but a goodie.
Your hand, there's just this from inside the rat swarm, and you just hear the of multiple rats just collapsing dead that were close to that source. And one of the rat swarms is still alive, but it's a bunch of rats have died out of it.
Ouchies is what that one.
Cool.
that
It's still in.
pulses.
It's still in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
space. And next up, Rusty, Marina, Wererat's dead. Hops.
So Hops has a little thought in the back of his head, and he kind of thinks, "Oh, they were saying something about the music, about." He then reaches in his back pocket and pulls out a recorder that's obviously his child's that he's kept for a really, really long time. And he tries to play the recorder.
Make a performance check.
What are you doing, Hops?
20!
Did you just crit?
That was
Oh my god!
+2.
Hops, give us some of that recorder action. What tune are
It
you
would
playing?
it would be awful. It's like trying to play the Titanic, but
But it's not
recorded
awful because you got a crit. So you play a
But
really
the reverb
solid tune.
in the
Yeah.
sewers
Yeah, it's
just
like, it's like an orchestra down here
Yeah,
somehow.
it's weirdly haunting.
your off notes turn into subtle dissonant, like.
Yeah, it's kind of weirdly sets the atmosphere in a really weird way.
The rats all stand to attention on you,
Oh my God.
and they pull off your body and all just line up along the side of the wall looking at you.
My eyes are like wide as I'm still playing this recorder.
I look at Hops impressed, like.
I didn't know you had that talent hidden in you.
I'm still just playing. Just like, I'm gonna try moving around. Do they follow me?
Yes. So how far do you move? You walk
Just
over.
like to here.
You stub your toe on something.
Okay.
Cool. It's worth noting.
Okay.
The rats are all just following you with their head.
Okay.
Just the rat she played to.
All of the
All the
rats.
swarms.
They've all descended off everyone. Well, they're still on you. Like, there's rats all over you that have just stopped biting and
Yeah.
are now looking at the music.
As I'm playing, I'm gonna sort of gesture to both of you.
Just
kind of
with
like
the recorder.
like stomp the ground on this like near the thing that I've obviously hit my toe on.
You're stepping on something metal.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go down here.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go to here. Do they follow me?
Do you guys attack the rats, or are you just seeing what happens?
I'm sort of entranced.
Yeah, I think we're all sort of in the same state.
Just mistily following behind, like, wow, it's truly haunting.
Do you guys get in the water?
I'm avoiding the poop. I'm
Yeah,
letting
so
you
you're
guys
not getting
get
a
the
free
poop, yeah.
cross there.
Okay.
You're going to be here and here.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
You can avoid it. I'm going to embrace it as we have been splashed so much already. Then
Yeah, true.
So you
This
just
isn't
step
my
down into
adventure,
the
it's
poop.
both of yours. I'll encourage you
And
to
you
step
also
in.
stub your toe down there while you walk through that space.
all right, I'm sort of gonna, like, I'm half covered in shite, but I'm still gonna sort of pick up the hem of my dress a bit and just sort of feel around with my foot
Make
and
a
what this
perception
thing is.
check.
That is a 9.
A 9. You're not sure. A 10. Yeah, you don't get a huge sense of it. It's clearly metal. It might be some pipe work, but it is very obviously protruding from the ground. It doesn't seem like it should serve any purpose there. So it feels very conspicuous.
Okay. Hops is gonna keep going down
Yep. Cool.
until he reaches a nice little safe area down here. And then he's gonna stop playing.
Okay. The rats all could look kind of confused for a moment. Maureen, are you doing anything?
Oh, Druid, maybe could you use your animal thing?
To talk to the rats.
Pipe music. I specifically asked for recorder or pipe music from Rob.
I think that's what I was just playing.
Okay. Cool.
Because I'm going to need it again
Okay.
now that she's stopped, but soon. So get ready for it.
Okay.
All right. And what would you want me to ask of them, since you've got their undivided attention?
Take me to your leader.
I think you're their leader now.
I kind of look down at the rats.
They aren't enthralled anymore. They seem to be doing rat business and starting to be ratty.
But they're not attacking me.
No.
Okay. Cool. Alright. Great. I'm gonna go back into this space and also go check out.
Cool. Perception check?
Yeah. How deep is the sludge?
It's
and
up to
rain?
your chest.
How deep is your sludge?
I rolled a 17.
Cool. You feel around with your feet and you can feel it feels like a circular wheel in the water, like a valve or a crank.
Oh.
I will leave this one to you, dear. And I'm going to walk off over this way, sort of basically to get out of this,
Down into
the
there.
slime.
You go there or there?
And to, that side. And sort of see what's in that room.
Yep.
Now they have the opportunity to look around it.
Fairly sparse. There's nothing really in there except for that door on the other side.
Yep. And all the rats are just sort of, are they dispersing?
They're starting to slowly disperse.
Yeah, in any particular direction or just
No.
all directions?
Until there is the sound of pipe music that echoes from this direction, and all the rats.
It's not me, guys. It's not me.
Heads stand to attention, and then like super fast. You know how fast mice and rats can run. Just all of them pour like a tide and just run down that corridor and disappear.
Okay. And there's a grate here,
Metal bars barring your way.
Okay. I call out to Rusty and say, there's a valve or a wheel or
I sort of throw like the end of a rope that I'd already tied into a sort of noose on the end that upon pulling would tighten. Just sort of like,
Give this a try.
I tied him.
So to tie it on, you have to fully submerge yourself in the poop.
Including my face.
Yes,
So
including
my
your face.
snores.
You have to bend down into the poop water.
and standing up on the
submerge
ledge like,
yourself.
Fine.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
Okay,
Plus
you're
4.
fine. You hold your breath, close your eyes, bend down.
Blech.
What do you do with the pipe thing? Do you attempt to turn it? or
Yeah, I assume it's.
Make a strength check.
That's a 4 plus 4. Oh no, plus 6.
Strength
no.
athletics.
Yeah, plus 4. Oh, athletics. 6.
6. Okay, you turn the valve. You don't even need the rope. You just turn it a few times,
Okay.
and you hear this, and you see that the things recede up into the roof, and all the locking points disappear. They just recede, and you're now free to travel again in every direction.
It comes up again. You know how you bath a dog or something, and they sort of lose half their volume because their hair's all wet. Or you come up. You used like enlarge before. Now it looks like you've used reduce.
Oh yeah,
You're
wet bear.
or
wholly less pleasant.
refuse. Because poop.
Enlarge refuse.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't
I
think.
cut like the end 3 feet off of my rope to avoid having to
Yeah.
roll up some poopy rope.
I don't like adventuring anymore.
You're doing a great job, Hops.
So what do you do?
Can I perceive what's with my direction?
Tunnels continue with the with water.
Okay.
Oh, poo water. Sludge. Let's just call it sludge.
Yeah.
Yeah, sludge is much nicer here.
I attempt to deftly, acrobatically.
Make a check.
Jump across.
Acrobatic check. And you succeed.
Hello there.
I'll just let that count for any jumping across you need to do, so you don't have to keep rolling it.
Cool. I hop forward again.
Hop forward, yep. And you check that.
I investigate the door ahead of me.
You quickly see this one's really easy to spot. The mechanism is different. There is a big latched keyhole in it.
We're missing a key, it seems.
Well,
And none of you have lockpickers set.
no. Well, I think perhaps we should go this way.
Happy
Pointing
to
to-
head down there.
Pointing to the direction the rats came.
I'm going to sort of clean myself off a little bit. I look more annoyed at the smell than the actual slime on me, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself,
Nice.
and then I will sort of, without any hesitance, walk back into the shite.
I stay along the edges
This is your adventure, after all.
and deftly walking along the narrow stonework.
And head on you do. And as you slush through the water, with the exception of Rusty, who walks on the edge, the mournful sound of pipe music gets louder until you enter a small chamber where all the rats have gathered in 2 large swarms. And the ethereal blue form of a spirit shimmers in and out of reality, sitting on a box or a barrel, playing his tune. His eyes lock with Hops, and then flash red with malicious intent.
No.
The same red that was in the eyes of the rat in the cellar of the tavern.
Okay.
And now we're gonna re-roll initiative
Yay!
because it's combat time.
Gosh, double digits.
5.
I got a 2.
13. You rolled a 5. What's your initiative bonus?
I have initiative bonus. Where's that?
Up the
You
top
have
next to
advantage on
AC.
initiative.
I have an advantage on initiative. I keep forgetting cool stuff.
But
5 was the high roll.
Alright.
Plus 4, so 9.
and it was hop at the bottom.
Yep. Hop, skip, and a jump.
All right. As you enter the room, it is Morena that is the first person who has the opportunity to act.
How delightful. We've finally found our prey. And I will, before it has had a chance to do anything, as you know, we've come here for one reason alone, and you know, we're not going to stop to talk or chat things out. So I'm just going to drop Flaming Sphere right between these two.
Okay. I wish we had a flaming sphere.
We can't really use your D12, you use that. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
Do you want to-
We need a
visual?
lasting visual of it. All right. The flaming sphere is this cooking pot.
Yeah.
It's a beautifully painted cooking pot and tentacle, so we need to show it off more.
Yeah, if you just want to put it in between the ghost and the rats.
Yep, there.
Yeah.
Great.
Spinning the pipe around.
Cool. This orb of weirdly purple fire sort of manifests and spins, sort of sending off sparks and angry flashes of fire as it starts to singe everything around it.
And what's it do?
It
Does some kind of damage.
It does. It is based, yes, on the end of their turn. So they can just happily move, apparently.
Okay. At the end of their turn, it does damage, or it's at the first.
Yeah, it just says any creature that it creates there, it manifests, and then any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere.
I'm assuming it does it once when you create it, and then once when it ends.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is this spell bad?
I don't know. In that case, I'm going to have it drift over just in front of here. So you have, you know, I'm generous enough to allow hops to move a little bit.
All right. Oh, no, so if you ram the sphere as a bonus action, so it's an action to cast? Yeah. As a bonus action, you can move it, and if it rams into a creature, they make the saving throw.
Oh, it continues on to say it rams things. Ah, interesting.
So basically, you can cast it, and then you can move it through things to damage them, but it's your action and then your bonus action as well.
Cool. All right. Well then, I'll have it here and I'll ram into that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, so you cast it like over there and ram it back out to there.
Well, yeah, once it hits something, it stops moving.
Does it?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So it makes a saving throw?
Yes. Dexterity.
13. Fails or passes.
That's even. So if it's a save, it should be a pass.
What was it? Con? Dex?
Dex.
Oh no, it's only 12.
Aha! All right.
Nice.
2d6.
Yay.
3.
Oh.
1. 4 fire damage.
A bunch of rats. 1 or 2 rats burn up in the crispy orb, but the orb remains there.
Interesting. Yeah, never used that spell before. Interesting.
And then the mournful piper.
Careful, he's full of mourns.
So this, as I described as you entered the room, it was flickering in and out of sort of being.
Whoa.
It just floats through the wall
Whoop.
and appears sort of in between the midst of your party. And it reaches out to... I'm going to randomize this. It reaches out and touches Morena.
Rude. This is
But
unwanted.
don't worry, I rolled a 4. So it gets a 9 to hit. Misses. and its hand just closes just shy of you, almost out of its own control. It can't manifest at the right time. And then we have Rusty.
This is a I don't play D&D or I'm an experienced question. Could you just attack this normally, even though it's a spirit sort of being?
You are an experienced adventurer. You know that spirits are very hard to kill, but they can be sort of scattered to the winds, even by material weaponry, and made to discorporate. But they are generally very resilient to mundane methods of harming them.
Okay. Knowing that, I say back to the group,
You focus on the spirit, and I will take the teeth away from its bite.
and I turn to the unopposed pile of rats that I attack with my arrow.
Cool. This is your first attack of the round, so you have advantage, which is cancelled by disadvantage of having someone within 5 foot of you.
Cool.
Cool. So you just roll a regular attack.
Yep. Is that's within 5 foot?
No, he is. So it's if any enemy,
Oh, I see.
he's basically disrupting your ability to be a ranged combatant
Got
by being
you.
immediately adjacent to you.
Cool. Yep. And then
Yep.
charging.
Do you want to use a bonus action first?
Yeah, maybe call them the target of your...
Let's do it. I will do that. I am targeting this pile of rats.
Okay.
Thank you for the help, friends.
Teammates.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work, but can you hit it?
Helping out the noobs. Boop. I get another roll, right? Oh no, because that's
yeah, cancel it
that
out.
was a 1.
So, yeah, you actually go to draw and fire your arrow, and you're just like draw it back, and suddenly a face just appears in front of you, like you let go of the arrow early, and it flies loose, and then the spirit just it's basically messing with you like a poltergeist, like flickering around you all, and it confuses you in the moment. But that is your shot, so that means we've got rats, and both swarms are going to attack.
Oh.
There is literally like 100 rats swarming all over.
Better pull out my recorder.
And we get both miss. They're just trying to find a gap in your armor or through your hide, and they're just biting and failing to harm you. And then it is Hop's turn.
Okay, so
At the end of their turn.
This one gets hurt by the fire.
Yep. All right.
Fails its save.
Cool. 9 fire damage.
Cool.
So this time, I'm going to put my mug away, because we're done with the mug. I'm going to pull something else out instead. This time, it's like a little stone statue. Again, looks like it's been made by a child. It's not very good. But this I can put over my head. It's like a necklace. And I hold on to that, and that is a stone rune this time. So I have advantage on insight checks and dark vision, which I already have. And a creature I see ends turn 30 feet from me, has to use a reaction to make a wisdom saving throw, and the creature is charmed for 1 minute.
When you enact it, or if they move within their move you pick?
When a reaction, I imagine, is when they
It's a reaction. So yeah, in anything's next turn, you can attempt to do that too.
Yep. Otherwise, I'm going to turn around and try to I'll try to hit the piper.
Okay.
Let's-
With rats swarming you, you swing towards the piper.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Make an attack roll.
11 plus 6, 17.
You hit.
Great. And then it's the D12. 5 plus 4.
Your axe swings through and just passes through, and there's a little whoosh as the etherealness of it moves around the axe. You do hit it and you do weaken it, but it is definitely resistant to the damage.
Yep. Okay.
And then we have Marina.
All right. Ooh. I think I was slightly caught back by the spirit sort of ghosting through the wall, and I sort of get irritated at myself for, forgetting that such a thing would occur. It's been a while since I've had to deal with such a spirit. And I'm going to see if I can basically earthbind this spirit, stop it floating around and running around.
It's a saving throw.
Yep. It's another strength check, I believe.
It fails a strength saving throw.
Excellent. All right. Its flying speed is reduced to 0 feet,
Okay.
and it is drawn to the ground 60 feet around if you're using on something flying. Cool. It's just sort of entangled in all these glowing strips of light, sort of leash it to the ground.
Okay. That's fun.
Yeah. However, it can still move on the ground, like walking, if such a creature can do so, but its flying speed is now 0.
Yeah, there you go, understood. Got it, cool. All right, the magical energy binds and lashes around this spirit, and it seems to hold it in place. And in response, it lashes out at you again. It's angry because it actually has no speed other than a fly speed. So it can't move.
I love that.
So it wants to kill you.
Well done.
Yeah.
And it gets a 17 versus AC.
That's a hit.
Ah,
But I should also mention that the flaming sphere also disappears, because both of them are concentration spells.
Okay, cool. I'm going to borrow this.
So if you want to take the flaming cauldron of destiny, or of octopus.
And it reaches out, and this cold hand reaches through and just rakes through your flesh, and you take 14 necrotic damage.
Oof. I am going to use a reaction upon taking this to use absorb elements.
Okay.
So I gain resistance to this damage source, and I can apply this damage to my next attack.
Nice. All right, so you absorb a portion of that 5 damage from that, or you only take 5 damage. So you absorb 6 damage from that into yourself and don't get harmed by it. But you do have to make a Constitution saving throw to keep your concentration.
Yes.
DC 10.
Constitution save, you say?
Yes.
That's a 9.
And the Earthbind falls away from the spirit.
Oof.
But you did draw its attention for a turn. So next up we have Rusty.
I think we've got to get rid of this spirit. I think this is where a lot of this problem's coming from, and I think the rats could. I'd refocus my attention, especially since he disrupted my attack anyway. So dagger time worked
Yep.
before, works again. I've already used my hunter's.
You've got 3 spells you can cast though, so you can just cast it again.
Yeah, okay. I have cast 1 spell though.
Yep, so you've got 2 spells you can cast. So you can cast Hunter's Mark again.
Yeah.
If you want. Or not.
I think I will.
Or you can use the freebie one first.
But I've used the freebie one.
You can just move it.
Every round?
Yep.
Oh, really? Okay,
It's
I'll
a
move
bonus
it.
action, so
okay,
it uses
I do
bonus
that.
action.
Yeah,
So you just move
that.
your Slayer's Mark.
Yep. And I get 19.
Oi! You hit.
Nice.
You hit. So you deal D6 plus D8 plus
Okay.
4.
D6 plus D8. 7 plus 4. So
11.
11.
Again, he takes less damage, but he does take damage.
So he takes.
Rusty.
Yes, Rusty.
Rats. The rats.
Rats!
So they have to make
Blasted
a
rats!
strength saving throw.
Okay, one swarm of rats is charmed.
Great.
Fails its saving throw.
Charmed from what?
Charmed by the stone.
Oh, sorry, it's a wisdom saving throw. Sorry, I was reading.
Still a 5 fails.
Okay, great. Great. They're charmed for a minute,
Okay, the rat swarm is charmed.
and I'm gonna pull out my flute as well.
Okay.
I know that's not my turn.
And what? Well, it is now.
Okay.
Oh, one swarm bites you. Though.
Oh yeah, sure.
They miss.
I pull out my recorder again.
Performance check.
and I'm
We're gonna need
try
that performance
play-
check. Does our heart go on?
No, it does not. This. Maybe the.
5. It's full of.
It's full of rat goo. You're gonna have to shake it out and try again
Okay,
next time if you
I
want to
give
keep
it a
trying
good
that.
shake and.
You don't want to make an action?
Oh yeah, let's hit the.
I'll let you attack him. I'll be
yeah.
generous.
Okay, all right, let's attack him. 15.
That's a hit.
6. Yep.
Roll damage.
5 plus.
9.
Yep.
All right, Morena.
All right. It has escaped from my binds and inflicted the bad touch, so I shall respond in kind. And I'm going to reach out, try to see if I can seize it and just poison spray it.
Yeah. It fails.
Nice.
Damage.
Alright. 10 poison damage.
And what, 10 poison damage? The poison just flows through. There's a cloud of poison, goes into the cloud, and just does nothing. Absolutely no effect. It's
Wow.
completely immune to poison damage, being that it is a ghost. Unfortunately. And next up, we have the Piper.
What an irritating
It, in a
foe.
mocking way, laughs you, and it rakes out its hand towards Rusty and gets a 21.
Whoa. Yeah, that's a hit.
And it deals 9 plus 20 necrotic damage.
20.
9 plus 7
I've got
is
18.
19
16.
necrotic damage.
I've got 18
You're-
HP.
And it reaches out,
Oh, no.
and Rusty's heart stops as it grabs. Its hand reaches through and just grips your heart and just stops your heart.
I've been bursted!
And Rusty drops prone.
Oh no. Did
That's pretty intense. Hey, do you know what that is kind of perfect for?
A cliffhanger! Hey!
Got him.
Join us in the finale episode next week.
Will Rusty come back from the floor with
Oh, he
his,
landed poop!
in the he's in the poop?
Oh no.
Everyone's in the poop now.
Everyone's in the poop.
We're all in poop together.
All in poop together.
together.
Thanks to our patrons, thanks to our friends. Come be with us till the very end
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a sick beat over that. Cheers, thanks, bye.
Bye.